Hello everybody, you know me. Okay, no you don't, but you'll know who I am. I'm Mr. J, and it's time for Ninjago Part 3. That's right, and it's gonna be all about the ninjas. Kai, Cole, Zane, and Jay. So let's start off with my least favorite change from the movie, Jay. That was bull. They made him such a complete coward in the movie. That ticked me off. Because, yeah, in the show, he can be a bit cowardly, but never to the extent to what they did in the movie. That was offensive. For example, whenever he's in his mecha, he's driving away as fast as he can. He's a complete coward in the movie, and that's not him at all. Yeah, there are times, like I said, when he does have a little bit of cowardice, but when it comes to it, he will fight. He fought Cole in Season 4 when he didn't want to. He fought Lord Garmadon, even though he knew he was going to get beat up. He fought the Skeleton Crew, the Serpentine, the Ninjroids, any and every person, or any and every obstacle that he has faced. At first, yeah, he may be a little bit of a coward, but then he goes full-on ninja mode and he fights. And he's one of the strongest ones on the team. And then to change that completely to him being the biggest coward in the movie, that angered me. That was worse than changing Misako's name. And that is my least favorite thing that they did. Let's talk about Cole. He didn't do anything in the movie except play his records and do one-liners. In the show, he is fighting for leadership in the first few seasons against Kai. He's the one who basically is the leader, and to change him to be just a side character who uses a DJ setup in his mecha, which made absolutely no sense, by the way. Yeah, it was an unfortunate change. It is a change that didn't need to be there. In Season 4, spoiler alert, Cole is the reason why all the other trapped ninja get set free. He works so hard to be where he is, and he's one of the strongest people on the team. So changing him to what they did was slightly annoying, but it was not as bad as Jay. I don't think anything is as bad as Jay. Jay is an F, just like Misako's change was an F. A D for Cole's change. And another D grade change is Kai. I mean, they didn't do anything with him, except make him a butt of a joke of making a dire situation worse. But yeah, he's Nia's brother, and in the movie you would have never known that unless that one quick little bitty, hey bro, hey sis, hey real bro, that was so fast and out of bloody nowhere. And also the fact that he is also one of the main ninjas in the show to try to become the leader. He's the one who wants to be the leader more than anyone, the one who has the most growth in the show. So to see him just as a side character was upsetting. And yeah, I know Michael Pena played him in the movie, but he didn't do much to warrant that role. Those three changes are completely upsetting, because where the show takes these ninjas to where they are right now in the series was completely different, was handled completely different. But the change that I wasn't too upset about was Zane. Zane is the Ninjroid in the show, and in the movie they call him a robot quite a bit, but that's okay. That wasn't really that upsetting. They end up having a joke about his mom, which got me laughing quite a bit. One of the best ones, especially if you are a part of the generation that knew about the old AOL broadband internet. That was great. But the change is very drastic. In the beginning of the series, Zane does not even know he's an android. He thinks he is a normal human being, just like any of the others. So that storyline just getting completely dropped was... I can understand because they wanted to build up Lloyd more, but it's one of the storylines that is very, very interesting. So because he doesn't even know he's an android at the time of the beginning of the series, he has to go on a huge journey of self-discovery, and he's the one they use that quite a bit. He's usually the first to gain a lot of his powers. He's definitely the first to get his elemental dragon from within inside of himself. In season 4, he's also one of the first ones to get his powers of the elements when he can control and create ice. So to change him as drastically as they did wasn't as bad because they were going on along the comedy sense for that character, but the show takes him way more seriously. And the show just takes all 4 of them way more seriously. What I want to do right now is talk about the plots, movie versus show, for these 4 ninja. Only them. And that is, in the movie, here they are, they have mecha, they have this, they have that. They don't know spinjitzu, which is bloody stupid, but we'll get back to that in the plot points in the last video. But they don't know spinjitzu, they only know their mecha, they can't even use their elemental powers in the movie. And they have to go on this journey with Lloyd. But Lloyd is the main focus of this journey, so they get lost in the shuffle quite a bit. Then the show, those 4 are your main 4 for the miniseries and seasons 1 and for the most part of season 2. So, I mean, come on movie. You had a great opportunity to have 6 really great ninjas, but you focus all of your attention on one, barely give the others any recognition of what they do for the show into the movie. You didn't have to be the same, trust me, but you could have at least tried a little bit harder to write those characters way better than what you did. So going back to the show and talking about how they treated the 4 ninja, it is completely different. They are the main 4 in the little pilot episodes, so they're the ones who get all of the attention, all 4. Then in season 1 they go on a huge self-discovery in order to learn their elements. Season 2 they have to learn a lot about themselves again, but they also have to accept someone who used to be a villain to them. They have to help train another person who will later on become a ninja. And seasons 3 and 4, it's exactly the same. They are the main focus. Yes, that other ninja, the 5th ninja that comes in, gets a lot more focus, a lot more time to shine in the later seasons, but it is basically these 4 that gets a lot of the story development for the beginning series. And I know it changes later on, like by season 4 it starts to change, and then seasons 5 and 6 a new dynamic comes in. They had an opportunity, the movie had an opportunity to showcase 6 amazing ninja, with 4 being the main ninja for the majority of the show, and just transferring them over and making them bigger icons than what they already are. Kai is my favorite ninja by far, with Zane and Cole being really, really close. Jay and his inner battle with Cole for Nia's affection is also great. Barely referenced in the movie, unfortunately. So, the changes were upsetting. Especially Jay. But overall, it could have been a lot worse. So I'm happy it wasn't that bad. Well, that's the end of this video. And until next time, it will be awesome.